Hey guys, we're going to start our 3D winter mug. This is part 1 out of 4 lessons. Today we're just going to start with the sketch of the background, and then we're going to outline what we have sketched. In other words, we are going to draw over our pencil lines after we feel like we like them a lot to make them more permanent. So let's get started. For our background, we are going to create, well, first we're going to hold our paper vertically, okay, straight up and down, not horizontally. This is horizontally, which is this way. We're not doing that. We're going to hold it straight up and down because our mug is eventually going to be somewhat tall, and almost around the middle of our paper, we're going to make a horizon line. A horizon line is a line that separates the ground from the sky, or in this case, it's going to separate our wall from our table. So our table is here and our wall is up here. We're eventually gonna have a mug sitting here and a little saucer with a patterned background and a patterned foreground. It's gonna look great. So after we've drawn our horizon line, we will create an oval right here for the saucer of our mug. Now in reality, a saucer is a circle, but if we look at it from the side, it appears to be an oval. That's called perspective. We're looking at it from our point of view at an angle. So we're gonna go ahead and do the best we can to make a saucer. I might go ahead and make mine a little bit bigger. And this will be where the mug is sitting on our saucer. That is not a perfect oval. So if you don't like your oval, you can go ahead and erase. That's why we did it in pencil. And change it up, change the shape. So it might have come out a tiny bit more. Ovals are tough. They take a little practice. So definitely draw lightly. I'm drawing dark so you can see it. When I draw lightly, you can't really see it very well. So draw nice and light. So if you make a mistake, you can erase it. All right, so after we have our shape, which is an element of art, which is super important that we need, we're going to make a pattern on the wall and on the table. So we're going to do 2 different patterns. So I'm going to start off with, I think I'll do some polka dots for my background. This will be my wallpaper. Just do a couple different sized circles here. And then for my table, I've got a ruler over here, so I'm thinking I might do some diagonal shapes, or diagonal stripes, not really a shape, it's a pattern. So I'll just line up my ruler and I'll make some diagonal stripes. For patterns, there are millions of different patterns out there, and I'm only asking you to do 2. One for the wall and one for the table. You could do patterns of hearts, stars, snowflakes, stripes, polka dots, anything that has a line or a shape or a color that repeats itself. That is a pattern. All right, so now I've pretty much got my basic drawing done. I've got 2 patterns. I've got my plate. Let's add another one over here so it doesn't look funny. And then I've got my basic drawing done. So let's go ahead and we're going to take some oil pastels or crayons. Oil pastels or crayons both will help us to create a resist later on when we go to paint it in. Next time I see you, we're going to paint it in and use the resist. So I'm going to take my blue and I'm just outlining. I'm not coloring it in. So when I mean outline, it means I'm going over my pencil. I might even add a couple in there. Going over my pencil line, and I'm making it more permanent with this oil pastel or crayon. It's making it stand out a lot more. And it's a lot easier to see. It's going to give us a good outline for later on when we paint it in. So I've got my little circles. Next, I'm going to go ahead with my stripes, and I'm just going over my pencil line. making sure to not draw over my saucer, so I'm skipping. Go up to the saucer, stop, pick it up where I left off. Then I'll get my horizon line. And then I'll get the saucer itself. So I think I'll use a little orange. And I'll go over my pencil line. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and color this straight in. That way I won't have to worry about painting it in later. If there's any area that you wanna go ahead and color in solid right now while we're here, you can. The other areas are just going to be painted in using watercolor to create that oil pastel resist. If you're using crayon, make sure that you're pressing nice and hard so you don't have all of those white spaces. I even have a few here, which I'll go over afterwards. But this is giving us a nice, bright, brilliant color, and the saucer is going to be darker than the rest of my paint area, which when I get to that later. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and go around this with black so it stands out. So I'm going ahead with my black oil pastel or my black crayon, and I'm just making this saucer stand out a little bit more. And I can go ahead and get the inside rim of that. So that is it for today. We've created 2 patterns, we've created a shape, and we've also made a horizon line to separate the background from the foreground. Next time we're together, we're gonna go ahead and paint this in. So wait for me, we'll do it next time together, and then eventually we're going to get to that 3D mug part, which is gonna make this look really awesome. So hang tight, we'll catch up next time and add more to this. Save this and bring it with you next time so we can work on it again. See you later.